Hello! Today I'm going to pick up a bunch of little bitties from Ray City, Georgia for our next batch of broilers. And if it sounds like I'm speaking tongues right now, just wait and I will explain everything. On the occasion that I like to pick up chicks, I go to Ray City, Georgia to a hatchery called Bob's Biddies. And if you're in Georgia or you're in the area, I highly recommend them because you can actually pick them up or meet them somewhere and they'll deliver them to you. I really prefer to pick up my chicks because when I do mail order, often it gets lost, which is a problem because the chicks have a short shelf life between hatching and then when they need to be fed and watered. So if they're lost for 2 days, then you can imagine it's not a pretty picture. And also, often when I mail order, I get a bunch of like squished dead chicks on the bottom and kind of breaks my heart. Bob's Biddies is locally owned and operated, and it's owned by Bob and Diane, and they also operate it. They do the whole thing themselves. So we're gonna get a little bitty from Bob and Diane. Oh yeah, life goes on! Broilers are what we call chickens raised for meat. So when someone says they're raising broilers, it means they're raising chickens for the purposes of meat. So we talked about the layers last time, and those are chickens that I raise for eggs. We eat them eventually, don't worry, but we sell those as stewing hens, and it's just a different quality of meat than what a broiler makes. Our meat birds are Cornish cross, and we use a variety of Cornish cross called Cobb 500. And I know that's not a very sexy name, but any chicken that you eat is going to be a Cornish cross or a variety of a Cornish cross. It's just been the dominant chicken meat since the 60s. A Cornish cross is sort of a secret recipe of a bunch of different varieties of chickens that they've crossbred, Cornish cross, and just fine-tuned to be the most efficient meat bird that's possible. These chickens, these biddies that I'm gonna pick up, they are just a few hours old and they are already hungry, they're drinking water, and it's just amazing how these chickens just hit the ground running. We've all heard about the controversy between which is better, the Popeyes or the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and that is a Cornish cross, and they are all Cornish cross at any fast food or any restaurant unless it specifically says otherwise. And the thing about those sandwiches is it's like sad, disgusting factory meat that has been pumped with medicines and antibiotics, and it's just wretched for us and for the environment. And I just wish that instead of which one is better, you know, let's talk about what kind of chicken production is better. That said, the Popeyes one was a lot more exciting to me. We've talked before about how it's not the cow, it's the how. So yes, while we are raising the same kind of chicken that is bred for these factory concentrated animal feeding operations, we raise it on pasture. So it's not the cow, it's the how. It's not the chicken, it's the frickin' way in which it's raised that matters. All right, here I am in Ray City, Bob's Biddies. Wow, it's really bright, but I'm here to pick up the chicks, so here I come, Bob's Biddies. So these are the Cobb 500s.
Yes, they are.
And they're a Cornish cross.
10, yes, sir.
And they just hatched today.
Yeah, they're only hours old. Wow.
So we're gonna take them home to their new brooder.
Yep. And that's what one of them little fat babies look like. You're gonna turn around.
I can't believe it's only a few hours old.
Yep.
That is Just looking all fat and sassy. Look at
Uh-huh.
that. Wow. You guys ready to get out? I've got the chicks and I'm gonna jet back home. We're only 45 miles from our farm, so as soon as I get there, I need to get them in the brooder and get them feed and water ASAP. It's only 45 miles to Ray City, and it's a beautiful drive through God's country. I go through Spain, Georgia, didn't know about that place, Morven, Hahira, and then Ray City. Y'all, I am a Georgia peach through and through, 100% Georgia grown, born, bred, and raised. But you can go just 5 seconds off of a paved road, and there are definitely some peaches that don't make the same kind of cobbler I make, if you know what I'm talking about. Now that the chicks are here in the brooder, well, in the box, we're gonna take them out and we're going to introduce them to the water, because that is so important that they know where it is so they don't get dehydrated. So you just stick their little beaks in there. There you go. Oh, you like that, don't you? So you just do this as many times as you got chicks. There we go. The chicks are safe and sound in the brooder. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.